Duncan Kaimba on the ground for us. Now we take a look at sports, and the CS for sports, that's Ababu Namwamba, has said he will not resign and believes the current public attention on his docket is unwarranted. Namwamba was in the National Assembly responding to questions from members of parliament for at least 4 hours revolving around the Special Olympics team that traveled to Germany in June, the Kenya swimming and kitting of sportsmen and women. NTV's Hilary Anekea was at Parliament grounds and now tells us more.
The Cabinet Secretary for Sports, Ababu Namwamba, spent the better part of Wednesday afternoon in the plenary of the National Assembly being grilled by members of Parliament regarding his docket. The session initially revolved around two key issues: the facilitation of the Special Olympics team that traveled to Germany in June for the Special Olympics and the numerous problems that have bedeviled swimming in Kenya.
A minister says that we are raising issues on hearsay. It is only fair, not to the leader of majority or to the Honorable Anjiku Muhia who raised that issue and the other members who spoke to it. And Honorable Speaker, I do not care about what Honorable Cherargei may have said or might have said outside Parliament, whether on Twitter or Facebook or anywhere else.
Ababu dispelled claims that the Special Olympics team had not been afforded the necessary attention.
Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the House that the Ministry took full responsibility for this team. We provided a total of 159 million shillings, 825,282 shillings to support the full preparations and participation of this team at these games. And that
the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Gladys Bose-Sholei, questioned the sports CS on the quality of uniforms that some of the athletes were using for national duty.
And here I have a picture of our teams again. In fact, the CEO of the Paris 2024 Olympics alerted on the use of fake kits by Kenya, and I have that email.
The CS also came under fire for allegations that his ministry facilitates joyriders who accompany national teams.
I read somewhere that the steering squad composed of girlfriends of the minister officials. So I want to know I want the minister to share the list of the Kenyan delegation who are purported to be the cheering squad. Thank you.
The Talanta Hela program, which is under the Ministry of Sports, also came under sharp scrutiny, with several members of Parliament questioning whether the initiative was launched prematurely.
No, because if it's not live to the public, then it was not necessary to launch it. So let's get a confirmation. He's saying it's under progress. So whatever was launched is something under construction.
this initiative was launched on June 9, but it had a program. It had a calendar. That calendar included the inter-county football tournament. This program was launched on 9th. The tournament started 1 week ago.
The biggest highlight yet was a call from the floor of the House to have the CS vacate his role at the ministry.
Will this House be in order to demand that the CS Honorable Ababu resigns because he has painted this country in a very negative manner? Will we be in order to demand that he resigns? Thank you.
I have no doubt that I am performing well as Cabinet Secretary for Sports, the Arts and Youth Affairs.
As the Cabinet Secretary for Sports, Ababu Namwamba, denies allegations of mismanagement at the Ministry of Sports, his defense comes with allegations of witch hunt. In days to come, it remains to be seen how today's developments will affect the operations of the ministry. Hilary Anekea, NTV Sports, Nairobi.
Now, Kenya has fielded a strong contingent to chase glory in the women's marathon